It is time. The big second inning program reveal is here. Weekend Classic. There's a lot to talk about in MLB The Show 25. Leave a like down below on this video. Subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Let's talk all about it. The brand new program in the game today, as long as servers allow. It took multiple minutes, probably 10 minutes for us to even get to this point. A brand new Cornerstone Evolution featuring Tony Clark. He's a gold card. He's not great because he's a gold. These are evolution programs, right? These are going to morph into diamonds. JD Martinez and Bruce Sutter. We'll show those guys off in a little bit and how to get them, but you're going to get these cards very early on. 75 100 points within the XP path. You get some packs, you get some stubs, some cool stuff. Second pack here, second opportunity to choose between these guys, yada, yada, keep on moving. There's the third pack. There's Ozzie Smith, perhaps one of the greatest cards in MLB The Show history. He's got 70 pop against lefties. 92 speed. Decent contact switch hitter. This card's not horrible. He's not a boss. He's not a boss. He's just in there. Everybody gets Ozzy. He's not as bad as you might think. You get Cowhide, which is cool. And finally, the second inning XP boss at 320,000 XP points. Who do we have? Bob Gibson from the St. Louis Cardinals. But he is Sans outlier. None here. 98 only on the four-seamer. Pretty good. 89 hit per 9, 74 K per 9, 80 BB 9. He's got 5-pitch mix, four-seam slider, sinker, curveball, changeup. If you did miss, we talked about all the cards in the game on a tier list. I think it's safe to say using Bob Gibson in the past and seeing this card is probably a good A-tier starter. I don't think he's top end, but he is on par with anybody below Clemens. Nobody's going to be on the Rockets. Nobody's going to be holding the Rockets' jock anytime soon. Here we have Josh Gibson, who was a brand new legend last year, and here he's getting a 90 overall card, which at first glance is a little underwhelming. Only 71, 73 contact, power's just at 90, but I think he's going to be really great for the bench because he's a catcher that can competently play corner infield and the entire outfield. He's not the best card of the game, but for a thin position like catcher, he's got a great swing on him. Why? Why does he have no quirks? All right. Slightly soured experience right there. There's Josh Gibson. Cool. Not bad. Good for the bench. And then finally, Ken Griffey Jr. What else is there to say? This is skinnier Griffey. This is 22-year-old Griffey. I saw he's taking pictures at the Masters. I love that. I love that he's found a second love in photography. And I've definitely found a love within his cards in the game. 110-90 against Southpaws, 89-70 against right. Obviously, there's some concessions made here with Ken Griffey Jr. because he's only a 90. Within the power creep, this card is great. He's got the best swing in the game for my money. Dead red. He is pinch hitter for some reason if you're going to play him on the bench. Breaking ball hitter, first pitch hitter. I think Griffey's amazing. He's definitely going to be my first pick. And again, you're going to get 2 free bosses within the XP path. There is a second pack at 500,000 XP. You keep on going and you get the reroll wheel at 575,000. So it's a ways away. It definitely is a ways away. Let me know what you think about in the comments section with the second inning XP path. I think the bosses they chose were very good. Bob Gibson, Josh Gibson, and I was thinking Kurt Gibson, maybe Kyle Gibson. It's Ken Griffey Jr. So that is the second inning XP path. I really hope you don't get kicked out here. I'm fearing that we might have just gotten kicked out. Yeah, the servers are pretty bad right now. Weekend Classic going on. I would wait to play your games until things smooth over. All right. We are back. Yeah, the game is kind of chalked right now with the servers. We do have the brand new evolution programs. We'll start off with JD Martinez, who is a Red Sox, of course. 87, JD Martinez. Of course, that 80 gold in the XP path is going to morph into this diamond. And realistically, thinking about this, someone in chat mentioned bye-bye Manny. He's not that much worse defensively than Manny Ramirez. I wouldn't like to play him in the outfield. He's probably a DH for you, and he's max. 100-plus contact both ways, 100 power against righties, 104 clutch. He's got just 3 quirks, which not horrible. First pitch hitter is a good one. Quirks are not the end-all, be-all, but they definitely are nice. So, as you guys remember from the other Cornerstone evolutions, how do you get these cards? You play through 5 different moment challenges, which gets you 5 points each. Of course, you do need the actual card before you can start off these missions. Then you've got hits, extra base hits, and PXP, which, great time to remind people that Double PXP is active throughout this weekend in celebration of the first ever Weekend Classic. While you play, you will be earning double PXP. So going to be great for knocking out missions, going to be great for paralleling up your cards, and Team Affinity as well. A couple more missions with Contributor Series, home runs with left fielders, and more PXP. And boom, you're going to be able to get yourself this 87 JD Martinez. And the same could be said for the other cards. Tony Clark, same way to earn him. 81, 92 against righties. Switch hitter, Tony the Tiger. Shout out Frosted Flakes. Really got me through some tough times as a young and fat kid. 84, 88 against lefties. He crushes all the time. Tony Clark, president of MLBPA, is going to have a lot of tough decisions to make ahead of the CBA expiring at the end of the 2026 season. There's going to be some people, particularly some suits, that are not big fond of Tony Clark, but here we go. Bruce Sutter, 103 hit 9, 83 K9, 90 BB9. I will say, with Bruce Sutter, 3-pitch mix, splitter, 4-seam slider, he's better than you'd think. Typically, those 3-pitch mix guys aren't fantastic, especially with no cutter, no sinker in the game. The pitch speed differentials work with Bruce Sutter. They just do. He's not the best in the game, but he will surprise you a little bit. I am hearing that the Weekend Classic has gotten postponed. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So as you guys notice right there, as you guys have probably noticed from me talking about it, the Weekend Classic has now been delayed until tomorrow, that being Saturday. Now, I did do a full video talking about the whole breakdown, the whole kit and caboodle, what to expect with the Weekend Classic. It's unfortunate. I don't know. Not to rant too much here, you probably could have figured there's a lot of people getting on the game for the first ever Weekend Classic. And now we have to wait another 24 hours. So it's going to start on the weekend per name. I'm curious if it's going to be extended then until Wednesday. But yes, to get all these rewards and whatnot, which honestly might be for the best, in my opinion, that they are delaying it, because it's really your top rewards are based off those 6 games. If you got disconnected because the servers are dog shit, I'd be pissed. So if they can get this all smoothed out, good, but that's a big if. It better run well. This is their first time. I'll give them a little leeway, but you've got to make sure this runs smoothly. When people are dedicating time, because 6 games, that could be 6 hours to get through. But Weekend Classic, that will now start tomorrow. So I guess you've got more time to grind up your league. Do remember that it is based off your max rating, so the highest that you have achieved at any part within this season. So, okay, that's interesting. Let's move over to the pack market, because they definitely put out some bangers with the thought that Weekend Classic was going to debut today. We've got a brand new chase card, that being Randall Big Dick Johnson with the Houston Astros. Yes, a lot of people might not remember he was an Astro for a short while, got traded there at the deadline, and then he went to dominate in the desert. Now, this card is really good. He's got outlier and break outlier. 103, 104 on the fastball, slider, splitter, slurve, and a two-seam. 95 hit 9, 86 K9, 65 BB9 with 110 stamina. That'll play. Really good card right here from Randall Johnson, and the price kind of reflects that. 300,000. I don't mind them putting good cards out in chase packs. I think there should be a guy that you're actually chasing after. This is definitely one, but my God, that is a big price tag. He's kind of a cheat code when you get to the Weekend Classic. If you're able to get him, you probably guarantee yourself a free win. Raul Ibanez. Sometimes I forget some of these guys are in the game that don't get featured too prominently. Here he is, 108, 96 against righties, 82, 65 against left, 103 clutch, not bad at all. I loved, actually, now that I think of it, yes, I've used his cards before, and they've been pretty good. He's fairly balanced, all things considered, and it looks like they're cranking up the headliners a little bit. He's got dead red, breaking ball, and first pitch hitter, which are really the big three that you look for. Not a bad card at all for a headliner. Somebody said zero steal. Yeah, if he gets on base, he's content. He's not one for crime, and you got to respect that for Mr. Raul Ibanez. Chris Bubich from the Kansas City Royals. This card is going to be underrated. Maybe not. Okay, his price is kind of where it should be. Four-seam, sweeper, slider, circle change into sinker, which is a death-defying pitch mix. And you probably noticed, based on the card art, or if you've seen Mr. Pitch, he's got really tough-to-hit motion mechanics. He's deceptive. 90 hit 9, 80 K9, 76 BB9. Really good card. Another lefty pitcher. There's a lot of those right now. We've got Tyler Soderstrom for the A's, which this card is pretty fun. He's a catcher secondary. Great bench bat. 92-102 against right, 85-60. Not a lot of pop against southpaws, but 101 clutch. This card's what? Okay, yeah, not 248,000 good. Holy fucking can you? Yeah, if you pull him, sell. You pull that card, sell him. Good card, not 250,000 worth. Ivan Herrera hits 3 home runs, gets 85 power against lefties. I think that's a little. Probably could have given him a little bit more power for 3 home runs, but I guess not. Not a bad card. Just little strange attributes. Jake Mangum right here, 99 steal, 84 speed. Think that could be a little bit higher. He's been a lot of fun to watch so far for the Rays this year. 90s contact switch hitter. Kind of a fun card. Kind of a Billy Hamilton-esque sort of card that you're going to have here. Not a ton of power, but some 50-62. That's Bobby Witt power in this game, which is insane that Bobby Witt has such little. But that is what is new in the pack market. Of course, we've got a brand new iteration within the Spotlight program today as well. So let's go check that out. The April Spotlight program, drop number 2. We've got a Jacob Wilson from the A's, another card for them. Getting a lot of love. I like to see it. The A's have been fun to watch. 92-83 against right. Not outstanding against left. 91 arm. Not great fielding there. Son of Jack, he has been doing them proudly so far in his MLB career. Carson Kelly hits a cycle, gets an 86. 41 speed. This guy had to go and get a triple. That's hard to do, especially at a minor league park. 82-80 against right. 80-58 against southpaws. 92 clutch. For a thin position at catcher, he's got dead red. Not a bad card. There's Carson Kelly. Then the free 88 you're going to get this time is Trent Grisham. Once again, they're definitely giving a lot of favoritism towards that AL East division. A lot of Red Sox, a lot of Yankees, handful of Blue Jays, actually a couple Rays too, and some Orioles. They love the AL East. It is not the least in their heart. 87-88 for Grish, 80-84 power. I like him that he's a real man. He doesn't wear batting gloves. He likes the calluses on there, and I like this card. 86 fielding. Now, the speed is low. I would not play him in center. It says no secondaries, and you might think that's tough, but put him in left field. I promise it is not as big of a hit as you might think. You don't get worse animations if they're playing out of position. His fielding is still going to be maybe above 80, at least in the high 70s. He will be just fine in left field, and then the speed won't be as much of a hindrance. So that would be my recommendation for Grisham. To get that card, there's a bunch of moments. There is, what does it look like? 7 of them for varying degrees of points. There's no extreme mission. Dang, I liked that you could just do all missions last time to get it done. There is PXP missions once again with Carson Kelly, Jacob Wilson. I almost said Jack Wilson. Spotlight Jordan Westberg, the card that came out last week. And then overall 1,000 PXP. Stat missions are here. You can do a collection with the pack cards. Again, you can get the whole program done if you just get the pack stuff, which is a little crazy, but you know, they like to cater to the whales too at some points. And then again, for the Retro Lightning collection, this one is whale-centric where you have to buy these cards or you have to pull them. There's nothing earnable within this collection. We'll see what the card reward is eventually, but right now it definitely looks like a huge, huge stub sink because, again, you have to get lucky and pull these guys or you've got to buy them. That's going to be a lot of stubs in totality. So that is the brand new Spotlight program coming into the game today. There is a new Conquest, also the Palm Tree. Remember, they put out the City Connects if you have not played those yet. The Palm Tree, let's see what the rewards are here. We've got show packs, a jumbo pack, which is kind of nice, help flesh out collections, a Ballin' as a Habit, so that's cool. Great place to grind out that double PXP weekend. Other than that, I do want to go into Team Affinity briefly because they added some new missions, and I do want to add a little clarification because something that I guess was not understood by my part or by many people's part, these cards, these vouchers, you will actually need to get Team Affinity done. And they're adding more stuff, adding more missions to get to this point. I was disappointed to hear that this is actually how you're going to get the All-Star content. You've got to get to 285,000 points in each team's Team Affinity to unlock the All-Star card, to unlock the finest card. So you're going to have to find some way to catch up. I will say it's a long time from now, July 11th. It's April 11th. You have exactly 3 months to get up there. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just a quick clarification there. There is new PXP missions they added in. Tally 1,000 parallel XP, get 5,000 points. 2,000 get 5,000. 4,000 get 10,000. And 8,000 get 25,000. So lots of TA points that you are able to earn right there. Still not a huge fan of that overall TA layout, but we'll see exactly how that works itself out as we go on. So yeah, that seems kind of what we've got here. Kind of a hodgepodge of a mess. Not exactly the full second inning program release that we were expecting, but that's what we get. Looking forward to next week. We've got the Jackie Robinson Day program or something in that nature coming. Of course, celebrating Jackie Robinson Day, as Major League Baseball has done for a very long time. The brand new ranked World Series rewards and multiplayer 2 program begins. Maybe they might move that back considering the Weekend Classic has been delayed. But also, you notice, an exciting program is back. The Egg Hunt for Easter. That's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely always pretty interesting figuring out how to get the program done. So overall, I think the second inning stuff is great. I mean, Griffey, Bob Gibson, Josh Gibson, I think the bosses are really good. A lot of great cards and packs today. Randy Johnson, Bubic and Soderstrom, and then that retro collection. Still not exactly sure how to feel about that. There's definitely a lot to do, a lot to grind within the game without having to open packs or anything. But yeah, Weekend Classic not coming out today as we thought it would be. Definitely a bit of a kick in the nards. We'll see how that works. I'll update you as we go. But if you guys did enjoy this one, leave a like down below. And thank you all for watching.